University, the voice of Reichman University.
The Baseline. Stories from the court with Jonathan Rears and Nitzan Aharon.
What's going on, guys? The Baseline podcast here. It's Jonathan Rears with our new co-host, Nitzan Aharon, and a special guest for the new season, Clarke Rosenberg. Thank you for coming on, Clarke.
Thank you for having me, bro. I'm excited.
Yes, sir. So I'll just give a little explanation about what we do. We're the Baseline podcast. We've been going for 3 seasons strong. We have had many players come on the podcast, coaches, owners even. We had Ofer Yanai. And what we're doing is just getting the voice out. A lot of players have different stories from everywhere that they've been, playing all over the world. And it's a brotherhood at the end of the day. And we're just trying to keep promoting that. And we get good stories from everyone. So we're very excited.
First thing I want to do is run through just where you've played. First I want to start off with Evanston Wildkits. The high school over there. Got to give a shout out, both from that area.
Yes, sir.
Then you went on to Chicago State to play college, where you played for 4 years. Then Hapoel Chalon, Hapoel Ha'emek again. Eitzo Yavne, Ione Kiryat Ata, Hapoel Afula, Eliezer Ashkelon, Ione Nahariya, and Eliezer Ashkelon again. And then you recently played.
I recently played in Rehovot and half of the season and the other half in Sfat. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So we always like to start way back when you were just a kid growing up. Where did that first love for basketball really spark for you?
Wow. First love for basketball. I don't know. I was a 3-sport athlete for up until maybe 6th or 7th grade, and when I really paid all my attention to basketball was in 7th grade. Because I was always out and about with my friends playing and stuff, and in Chicago it gets super cold. And once I hit my growth spurt, I grew a little bit, I was like, all right, I'm going to slow down on the football and I'm going to pick up more on the basketball. And I had a bunch of friends who were just always in the gym. So I kind of just fell in with it. It was just one of those things where you are searching for what's going to take you over the top, and then you hit your stride with it. And every day we in the gym, every day we outside the park, every day we dribbling the ball. It's something that a lot of people talk about, which is basketball allows you can play it no matter where you are or what you are or whatever. It's not you need a lot of people. You can have 2, 4 people play 2-on-2, 3-on-3, 5-on-5, and you can do it all day and really fall in love with it.
So then in middle school, high school area, did you start playing AAU at some point?
Yeah, so after that, 7th grade year, 8th grade year, I played AAU. And that was a crazy experience. Really just blocking in all year long on basketball was a whole different step that I didn't know people were even doing until my first time doing it. And it was a shock. Okay, everyone's playing all day, every day in this organized situation, and you have 3-4 games a weekend, 5. It was some of the best and some of the most fun I ever had. Now I couldn't do it, but when I was in 8th grade, I had the energy for it, and we played 3 games a day and 6 games a weekend, and it was a lot of fun.
Then you're playing in high school, and then at some point, at least senior year, you're like, all right, I'm getting these recruitment letters. What was the whole recruiting process like, and then why did you end up going with Chicago State?
Yeah, for me, I have had a crazy story. Like I told you, our team was insane. Having 5 D1 players on a team, it's hard to get recognition. Our big man was getting looked at from Xavier and other Big Ten schools. My point guard was getting looked at by a lot of high-level D1 schools. Shooting guard, power forward, all of them playing at that level. I think I was the last one to really get a D1 scholarship offer, and I didn't think I would get. I would think I would go JUCO. I thought I was gonna go. I didn't want to though. That was the thing. A whole bunch of JUCOs and other teams saw that we were a winning program, saw that I could play at that level and with that level of talent. But I didn't want to sign to no JUCO. I was I want to go D1. I think I can play with these guys. They're all going D1. They have offers. I want to wait and get one. And then Chicago State came along my junior year in the AAU program, circuit. and they followed me throughout my whole senior year. And after my senior, I had like 3-4 offers other than that, but they were showing the most love for sure.
Incredible. Looking into your Chicago State career and everything like that, like when you went there, you started off, averaging 5 points a game. Mm-hmm. And then after a couple of years, you switched all the way to 15 points a game. Mm-hmm. Kind of what was the switch that like flipped for you to go triple your point average?
It's so crazy to see the college landscape now, because my freshman year was so hard. And I started a few games my freshman year, and I played against high-level schools, but it was so in and out. It was like you had to earn your stripes. It was no way around it. Like my freshman year, I didn't think I would even play a game. And I ended up playing because someone got hurt. And I ended up playing because when I played really well. I had like 15 in like 15 minutes. And then the next game, I didn't have 15, but I was on the court. And then I was on the court for 5-10 minutes. And I earned like my way onto the court my freshman year, which was like something that I didn't think was going to happen. We had a lot of JUCO transfers because at a low major college, they don't really recruit out of high school unless it's local, because they're not really doing it. They're watching JUCO, they're watching transfer, they're looking for like older guys because they're not going to get the same talent from high school, or back then at least. Now you can pay if you got the money.
Yeah. Now it's a whole different game.
Yeah, back then you had to really work for it. So I was playing against a dude who was 26 my freshman year. Like,
wow.
Jesus, it was crazy. It was like he had a crazy story as well. And we were in the trenches together, and like he had injury, and I got to step up, and he really like put me under his wing and was like, if you want to be good, stick with me, and really looked out as like, he was like a grown man. I'm 18.
Yeah.
So he didn't have to do that. He could have like put me down and been like a hater, but he definitely was like a big brother and showed a lot of love. And we spent many nights in the gym getting shots up, working on our craft. And I think that translated me the next 3 years to really just take the next step, because I was in the gym every single night, like every single day. That's all I wanted to do.
Yeah, that's amazing. And like you said, like these college coaches, they saw you could play with your starting five in AAU, and then you showed that you could play at the D1 level. At what point are you like, oh wait, maybe I can like have a career in this, go overseas and play basketball overseas?
Yeah, my junior year, I was had a really good year. I was really feeling like I was one of the best players on my team and in our conference, and I just went out there and really was like, I'm going to kill everybody I see. And I did that at a high level. Like, I had 30 against Indiana, or 29 against Indiana, at Indiana against Yogi Ferrell and them.
Wow.
And really took off from there. I was playing extremely tough competition. Our non-conference schedule was top 25 every year.
Oh, wow.
We would play the best teams in our area. We played Iowa, we played Illinois, DePaul, play Notre Dame, play Ohio State, we play like all those schools in the middle, the Mideast or the Midwest. We played like, and they were like paying us to like a lot of money to come in there and lose, but it's a good way to show that you can play at that level, and that's what I did.
So after those moments where you realized that you really got it, were you looking immediately towards Israel as to where you want to go pro, or were you just looking at the agent and saying, let's find a place?
My agent is actually Israeli, so he was like, are you Jewish? And I was like, my dad is. And then he was like, well, I'm going to look into some stuff. I'm going to talk back to you, and I'm going to figure out some stuff. So he kind of was asking questions like, oh, where is your dad from? Where is your grandma from? Where's your mom from? Like, this, that, and the third. And kind of was putting it in my head from the beginning. He was like, I think you can, like, really play overseas. And, like, he didn't say Israel first. He was just saying, like, I think you can get a passport. I think you can play at that level. I think you're really good. And then towards the end of my senior year, he was like, all right, we're going to start working on your Aliyah process and get your citizenship, and you can come to Israel and play for sure. No matter what happens with the end of your career, if you want to go do this or that, like, this will be something you can do if that doesn't work out.
And then that process, making Aliyah here in Israel and coming to make Aliyah so that you could play basketball professionally, what was that all like? And what was your whole process coming here like?
So long and tiresome, man. I was like in the middle of the conference tournament. And we just hit the road on it. Like, he was like, give me your parents' number, give me your information. Like, we're gonna start with the lawyer, and we're gonna try and get your Aliyah process started right now. And it took like 6-7 months. So I finished my college career. When I finished my college, I sprained my wrist pretty badly, and I couldn't shoot or nothing. So it was like, I had some workouts I wanted to do with NBA teams, and he was setting up, but I couldn't shoot. Like, it hurt. So I had to be in a cast for like a month. So I skipped all that, just got back in the gym and worked for like another month and a half. And then I went to China for 3 months in the summer, or like 2.5 months in the summer. And then at the end of that, like 5-6 months later, it was he called me and was like, yo, you have a meeting with the Aliyah people, and they're gonna basically say yes.
What was one of the biggest differences you had when you came here versus playing Chicago ball? You know, Chicago ball is very distinct, and then you go also to the NCAA, which is completely different from Chicago ball.
For sure.
From all different levels, how did kind of Israel differ from that?
Well, the league, the pace is different. It's a lot of pick and roll. It's a lot of plays. It's a lot of knowing your role, trying to find a role. It's not go get it. Like, Chicago basketball was go get it. Press, play fast, transition, one-on-one. It was like you're going to play hard every minute of the game until you get tired, and then you're going to come out and do it again. NCAA was a little different because of the level. Like, if you have the skill level to go and get it, the coach will let you go get it. Like, that's one thing I love about college basketball, is that when you find a coach that rocks with you, you can have a great college career, and it's a lot of fun. And then you go places you've never been, had to travel to like every state all around the world. And I think the college level is just, the physicality is a lot hard, a lot bigger, because you're playing 22, 21-year-old and you're 18, and just adjusting to that. But the style is pretty similar if you're a guard. Like, they want to play hard. You want to get transition basket, and if you can score, they run plays for you to play one-on-one or create.
A lot of guys that come on, they say that Israel specifically, like, they've played in multiple countries where it's very system based, and then they come here and they feel like there's a little bit more freedom, in the sense of, like, you can actually go get your own sometimes, rather than, like, because overseas ball in general is more system based rather than the NBA. Going back to Ashkelon, you played there in the 2022-23 season, and then in the 23 season, you went over to Rehovot for the beginning of the year.
No, I played in Ashkelon the 2 years. I played in Ashkelon back-to-back the whole year.
But in 2023-2024, this past season,
yes,
you played in
this is last season was 24-25.
24-25.
Yeah.
So where did you play 23-24?
23-24, I played in Ashkelon.
You played in Ashkelon.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I meant. So 2023 in Ashkelon.
Yeah.
Right. October 7th.
Yes.
Now,
crazy.
we're in Ashkelon, which is one of the closest places to there.
Yes.
And all this Balagan is happening. And now we also know, like, you have family there, you're with your wife, and it's a very tough thing to go and be able to play basketball. So how did that all affect you? And then how did that season go mentally for you?
Well, taking me back to that was very traumatic, I think. You can ask anybody who was there. It took everyone by surprise. Like, we had a really good team. We had a very good summer camp or preseason. And boy, we were like super excited, like some of the best basketball I was playing. And then October 7th happened, and no one knew what was going on. It was like a shock. It was like that. It was like, all right, we're gonna go to Tel Aviv, we're gonna go to Rishon, we're gonna get y'all out of Ashkelon. That was like the first reaction. But like during all that, it was like, there are terrorists in the city. There is an attack happening, and they have got through like the border, and they're attacking from the south up. And I'm like, we are right here, and this is not okay. And we didn't basically leave the house for like 4 or 5 days. I think every day we were calling and trying to figure out what to do. Luckily in Ashkelon, a lot of the places, or in the place we were staying, we had a safe room in our apartment, so we didn't have to keep running up and down the stairs like some of our friends and teammates were doing. But so we were just stuck in there, basically waiting it out, trying to see what happened. Moved to the center, waited for a while, then ended up going home, ended up leaving for a month. Didn't know if the season would restart, and finding out that it would be no Americans, so it was going to be all Israeli team. And just going through that whole process with Ashkelon being the biggest hit, we had to practice in Tel Aviv. We had to move into a hotel when we came back. We had to figure out living situation, food situations, because the hotel didn't have a stove or nothing. So we were literally just trying to figure everything out. It was a huge, weight on everyone as well. Like all of Ashkelon was suffering. I feel like our management lost a family member. Players that were from there knew people that got killed. Even the people who were who were under 24, they know everyone knows each other. It's a small country, so a lot of them people know people in the army. So some of my teammates were like, yeah, my friend from high school just got killed. My friend from this got killed. He was down there, and now he's down there at the festival. And it was like something I've never experienced. And I've experienced war in Israel multiple times before.
Right. So I was gonna ask you. You're a vet of Israeli basketball, but you have these two foreigners on your team at the time. They're in Israel, and what are they saying to you? What can you possibly say to them? And how did they take that?
I try to stay calm as possible. I try to help them out as much as possible. I was telling them, they were trying to leave right away, and I was telling them, wait a second, you don't want to be on the road right now. This is not the time to be driving from Ashkelon into the city. Just stay in your house and stay in your safe room. That's what I was telling them at first. And then once they said Ashkelon was cleared, I was like, yeah, you should probably move to the center and then figure it out from there. And so we all moved to the center. And just being there, to answer any questions, I'm like, yeah, anytime you hear an alarm, get in the safe room. Lock the door completely. Check in. We're checking in with each other every hour to make sure everybody's good. Once someone left, we're we're going to go to the grocery store. We grab groceries for everyone.
Right.
It was literally those are still people I talk to.
Right.
And I'm cool with, because that's a traumatic experience we all went through.
Was there a moment when you went back to Chicago, or just after October 7th, where you thought, maybe I should look somewhere else to play other than Israel? And if so,
For sure. I asked my agent about that, and we had conversations about different teams that would take me in the middle of the season, basically. And there were a few options. I could have went to France, could have went to Spain. Canada was one as well. And it didn't feel right to just join in the middle of the season somewhere else when I already had a contract, and the team was basically calling me we need you, we want you to come back. And I played for them the year before. The management is good for people, and they look out. So once they made that plea and they asked, I couldn't say no for real. I was literally just and my parents were saying, they're don't go, make sure it's safe, make sure everything's good, make sure this. And we had our stipulation, we need to be outside of Ashkelon. We're not staying in Ashkelon. And they made that happen. So we played and lived right next to Hapoel Tel Aviv's gym. Their old gym, I guess. I don't think they play there anymore.
And how did your people back home in Chicago kind of react to that? Because I know half of your side is Jewish, but then half of your side isn't. So they definitely hear probably some stuff from the media, stuff like that. And you're I just want to hoop, right?
1,000 questions. It was, are you sure? Every day it was, maybe take this year off. It was, are you crazy? What are you doing? But, it was, at the end of the day, it was my decision in my life, and I felt something I wanted to do. You know, I love to hoop at a high level. I'm just a natural hooper. I feel like when I'm not hooping, I am probably depressed. Like I could probably easily get depressed, but it relieves all that stress. It's like my favorite thing to do in the world. It's always been there since 6th grade. I've done it every day, and I feel like I do it at a high level. It just hoop wise and at like even Chicago, around the world, everywhere I've played, it's always been like something that I gravitated towards. It helped me through a lot of moments. Even in college, like I had teammates get shot. I had teammates get robbed and cut and stabbed, and like a lot of violence going on around me. And the only thing that kept us like out that was being in the gym every day.
Basketball.
Yeah. So when I was going through whatever I was going through, and the war was going through everything, I was itching for it. Like, I gotta hoop. Like I'm an LA Fitness busting. LA Fitness dudes up, and I'm like,
hey, LA Fitness runs are no joke.
No,
you know?
bro, I'm not hating on LA Fitness. Like, they got me through the world like that when I was home. Like I stay in shape.
Basketball is a brotherhood. We talk about it all the time. Like you talked about Brandon Bowman, right? Like 6 years ago, he was playing with Liam O'Reilly, who played on Kiryat Ata, and then like they're both in Israel together, and it's like you dab each other up like you saw each other yesterday.
For sure.
You know, anyone you play ball with, it's something that really connects people. And I think that's something that we're really trying to bring with this podcast is that like basketball is not just in America. You don't just have the NBA and the G League. You got it all over the place,
all over the world,
and at a high level.
For sure. And I'm a firm believer. You don't get to know someone until you hoop with them. If I never hooped you, I don't trust you. Like it's just like how I am. Like if I never seen you hoop and you talking hoops with me, I'm gonna be skeptical of what you're saying. I'm not gonna be able to like listen to you and be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I'm gonna be like, maybe.
So as you're going into like your 12th season now, 10th season, 11th season, in the middle,
Right. We got there.
And you're going into your 11th season now. You're a vet. What are one of the ways that you kind of help these younger guys come in? Just like you said, in college, you had a guy who not like held your hand, but like
took you under his wing.
For sure.
And now you're that guy. So how do you kind of attribute that?
It is a mix. Like it's mostly I do it by just showing up and working extremely hard every day. Anybody who has ever been my teammate knows like I play hard every day, all the time, and no one can ever say like I'm lacking in effort. Like effort, you could show up every day and give. Even if I'm not shooting the ball well, if I'm not playing well, if we're not the best team in the league, I'm competing like I'm the best player in the league, and I want to be like that. And there has been years when I felt like I was the best player in the league and can be the best player in the league. And probably next year I'll feel the same way. Every year I feel the same way, especially if after a year of work, where this summer I was in the gym every day. So I feel like that, and when I come in, I bring that energy. So I'm telling you, you're gonna play 30 minutes because you're under 24, and you're gonna play a lot, and you want us to trust you. So you got to be in here working. You can't be going to the beach after this and playing around and showing up late. You got to be in here working, and we're in here working, and I'm 31, 32. You should be in here working at 21, 22. When I was 21, 22 in college, I was in the gym, practice, midnight, 6 a.m., like 3 times a day. We was getting after it all the time, anytime. Like, it was just, you got to want it. And a lot of these dudes say they want it, but when it's time to, like, show it, the work don't match it, you know.
Right.
You're setting this incredible example for so many of the young players that you're with. Was there anyone when you first came into the Israeli league that kind of set that example for you?
I kind of always, like I told you from college with my boy, he kind of put that in me to just work. And no matter if you play or not, he said, look, realistically, once I get healthy again, you're not going to play much. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, if I have to fight you, I will fight you. But, like, I'm going to be back on the court for sure. And you just need to take care of you. Don't try and compete with me. Compete with yourself every day. So that's what I do. I compete with myself every day, trying to get 1% better. And since I've been in, I've had some vets that work really hard too. Like one of my good friends and someone I talk to this day, Alonzo Coleman. I don't know if you know who he is. He's a coach now at Division I basketball, and he's like 4 years older than me, maybe like 35, 36 now. And he played with me in Ashkelon and in Afula, and the guy works, and he really put me on to recovery, like really recover. Because before I would just hoop, and I'll go home, put my feet up, relax, maybe stretch, maybe roll out. But he put me on the icing after every practice. He put me on the Normatec, put me on the Venom back thing, put me on like really like the tennis ball and rolling out like spots. So like I think if anyone showed me a next level to take it, it was probably him. He really like put me on the recovery path of like, look, if you want to play for a long time, which you can do with your level and your password and the ability to play here, and I like playing with you and stuff, I think you can play for a long time. But if your body starts breaking down, you're not going to be able to. So start right now. And that was 2020, 2019, right before COVID.
I mean, you could see that. We're bringing up Brandon a lot this this pod, but Brandon's like a big recovery guy, right? Big in the gym, work ethic, everything.
And my guy, Paul Delaney, also almost 40 and had like averaging like 20. Like him and those two guys, like I talk to them every single time I see them. I'm like, yo, we keep going. Like, if you keep going, you keep giving me inspiration. Like now, my inspiration is like, how can I play at a high level for another 10? I'm in at 10. I need 10 more. Like I want to play at that level. I'm not the type of person that's gonna play and be weak. I will give it up once I'm weak.
You got to play at your highest level, and then once, let's say those 10 are done, is coaching at all in your head at all?
Yeah, I love coaching. I was coaching this summer too. I was in Ashkelon with Guy Gudas, and he's
a great coach,
dude. Learning from him in the gym, working with the kids in Ashkelon, starting something new there. I love it. Like I love really showing people like how to get it done, and then also like pushing them. Like no one's really pushing them to be better. Like I push people. That's how I was raised. That's how I'm like, look, you think you're going hard? You're not going hard. Go harder. Go harder. Go harder. Go harder. Go harder. And if you get through going hard as much as you can, you're gonna find yourself a little bit better. I promise you will. And that's my philosophy in coaching. It's like push people to go harder because they can and they will if you make them. And I've learned that from myself. Like my favorite coaches, all my favorite people are people who like you're good but you can be better. Like you're working hard but you can work harder. And and the people that know how to relay that in a way that's like motivation, not like putting you down like, oh, you suck, like why the fuck are you playing? I've had coaches who are crazy like that as well, who will demean you and take your confidence. But like to be like push confidence into you, but like only way I'm giving you this confidence if you show you can work harder. Like you're going hard right now, show me you can go harder. Okay, great, you're going harder now. I have confidence that you can go hard and I don't have to keep checking on you. You know,
this mentality is incredible, and it's, you said it's been passed on to you. One, it's just natural for you, but also it's been passed on to you by your teammate at Chicago State, or the people you've played with here. Is there anyone now that you're a vet that you've really thought to yourself, I want to push this mentality onto this teammate? Are there any teammates that are younger that you felt like you really tried to take under your wing in that way?
I've had a few that have really tried to like tap in with me, that have worked hard with me, that have seen me work. I wouldn't say like I push my mentality on them, but I feel like they have a similar mentality. And one of them is a good friend and a guy who's really I'm impressed by how he's been working. Is Omer Ben David.
Yeah, he played well in Herzliya last year. Yeah,
he was with me in Ashkelon from a young age, and he's like the 3 years
smart.
up there.
Smart guy.
He's in the gym. He likes to work. He plays hard. He has a competitive spirit. And so, like, I've always, like, been like, yeah, keep going. Like, anytime he's doing well or something, or, yeah, keep working. Like, big up. Like, every time I see him, support, love, And I have teammates that I am still cool with, but, like, and they, don't have that mentality. So I don't really try and push it on if they're at this level already and they're 29.
You got to do you.
Yeah, so I'll push it on you if you're 17, 16, 14, 13.
You can set the example. It's hard to push it onto someone.
I'm not gonna make you.
No, for sure.
Especially in this level, like there are a lot of players that want to get better and want to be good, but there are also a few players that are just like, I was good 5 years ago, and I'm just chilling.
And taking it back to Israel, like you've been here now that you said this is your 11th season. Mm-hmm. What can you say about Israel in general, and what have you loved about Israel?
Dude, I love Israel. Coming from Chicago, it's completely different. Like the hood, the vibe, the energy. When I tell people all the time, it's like a mini Miami. And when it's safe and there's no war going on, it is the best place on earth. It's vibes, amazing. The beach is amazing. The food is amazing. The energy, the Shabbats, the family, the camaraderie, and the basketball is becoming really, really good. Like in Europe, compared to Europe, I think the national team there, the Euro basketball team, is going to be good. Way better than previous years. Like I think Danny Agde is really good. I think Yam and all them. I think Ben Saraf. Also, my boy Danny, he's from Chicago as well.
Danny Wolf?
Yeah.
Mm.
And I trained him when he was and trained with him since he was in high school. Like really was in the gym with him every day, like teaching him guards.
It's Jewish Jokic.
Bro, I told him from a young age, I was like he's like funny, goofy, and like didn't want to bang for real. And I'm like, you're big, but like you need it. And he was like, hey, I'm nice with the handle too. And I'm like, all right, let's go, let's get it. And then, he likes to work as well. I don't care who you are, what type of person you are, or what your mentality and your game is. If you work on it, you can make that happen. Like if you want to be Steph Curry and shoot from half, if you go in there and shoot from half every day, you'll probably start making shots from half.
I don't know if you remember that little he had like a turnaround half step back to the three at Michigan.
Yeah.
He like dropped the dude basically.
Amazing.
He has some tough moves. He's got a handle.
In his bag.
He's a guard. He's a 7-foot guard.
I'm telling you, I was in the gym working with him like that. Every summer, shout out to Stacey Maraney, our trainer from Evanston, a coach from Evanston, also played in Israel, who also was like my mentor and told me like, yo, Israel is amazing. Like you should go. When I was deciding if I wanted to pursue this or try something else, he's like, bro, at least once you have to go play in Israel. And he trains Danny, and he trained me and he still trains out of Evanston. And he put us in the gym, and we work hard with him. Like he has that mentality as well. Like you show up half-assing, he's gonna send you home like in a summer workout. So like we're in there working, and he's like missing layups, then he's turning the ball over. He's like, all right, go sit down. And having that vibe where everyone holds each other accountable, you're gonna get better, and you're gonna have that type of mentality, which will push you forward. Which is like, all right, how can I be better? How can I push better? How can I push past my limits? How can I go from here to here to here? Like he went Yale to Michigan to the NBA because he kept getting better every single year. He never like, oh, I'm doing good. Yo, I'm the big guy. No, he wanted to be better, and we had these conversations like for real. Like he would come with Stacy, with all his brother played as well, and we would be in there for 2-3 hours, with no AC in the middle of the summer in Chicago, and be working on the same move 50 times.
That's how you get better. And in your 10 years that you played already, did you ever have a situation where a foreigner from America, the team knows you're American, but you've been here for a while. Did you ever have a situation where they like called you and they're like, yo, what's the situation there? Like, how is it? And you kind of had to explain what the vibe is?
Every day. Every day. Bro, I just had like 10 calls. Like, especially now that Israel's opening to 5 Americans, I've had at least 10 people ask me about, they had an offer from Israel, a team in Israel. 10 people, for sure. Call me, message me on Instagram. Like, one of my good friends who also is good friends with Danny and works out with us in the summer, went to Purdue, Lance. He's probably about to sign here. I think he's we'll see. I don't know. Say who he's talking to, but like he's talking to multiple teams here, and he asked me, "What's the deal?" can I come play here? You think it'll be a good idea? Yeah, bro, I think you can come here and kill, and this is how you do it. Stay in the gym. It's a relaxed environment, but if you don't play well and you don't work hard, they will send you home. Like, it's also a very cutthroat environment.
But
like,
do any of them call about like the off the court stuff?
Yeah,
and like,
for
do
sure.
you have to
Like,
explain?
Is it safe?
something?
Yeah, for sure. They're, how is it there? How is it safely? What is this city close to there? Is this city close to there? What's the vibe right now? And I have to explain to them, like, yeah, it's a possibility. You know, there is a possibility of what can happen, and you just have to be okay with that and be vigilant, like, and have that conversation with your team where they know, like, okay, I know, and I want to make sure you know that I want to make sure I feel safe. And I'm sure they'll probably try and make you feel safe as possible because a lot of the teams understand this and have these questions. So I've had management teams who call that aren't even with me anymore, and they're like, hey, are you good? Hey, are you safe? Like, do you need a place to stay? And I'm not even on that team anymore. Like, so all these people that I've worked with, some of them I haven't met, but a lot of them are good people in general and like basketball and like the vibe of Israeli basketball getting better and having good talent.
It's getting amazing. I mean, look at Hapoel Tel Aviv.
Crazy.
Maccabi.
It's going to be like the G League.
It's the Maccabi Sixers.
I told my boy, it's the G League. Like, 2 or 3 of the guys that hit me play in the G League and have played like 2-way, and they're like, yeah, we might go to this team or this team. And I'm like, yeah, bro, it's going to be a high level. You're going to be competing against other NBA G League players.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna have to see Maccabi and the NBA
Lonnie.
And
Lonnie got a lot of NBA offers too.
These guys are gonna my boy and one of my good friends, Jonathan Motley, is an NBA player. And
that's an NBA player, rebounder right there. Yeah.
He is a dog, and I played with him in the AU circuit. Okay. And he is a dog and been a dog. And I told him when he came, I said, bro, you're going to be the best player here.
And he was.
You're going to kill. And you're going to get them to, he was like, I'm about to get them to your, we had this conversation when he first came. I was like, if anybody can do it,
did you speak with him during the time where he kind of left for a little bit and then he ended up coming back?
Just, you know, he just wanted to make sure everything was straight. And then a lot of people talking to him, telling them to get out, and there's better opportunity here.
Because you hear like both sides coming at you.
Yeah, it's a hard decision. I never give any thought to it outside of you're just trying to make the best decision for yourself. And even though it might affect the team or it might make, at the end of the day, you have to make the best decision for yourself, and teams will do that in an instant. If you're not playing well, they will send you home.
It's interesting because these guys at the end of the day, okay, there's money here and it's great basketball, but they don't have to be here.
Right.
They choose to come here.
Yeah.
Even though there's a war, there could be a siren at any moment. But like you said, you got the beaches, you got amazing basketball, and it's paradise here when everything's quiet.
Bro,
so
speaking of which, we played when I was in Naria. I played in the Balkan League.
Okay.
With Yogev and all them. And we were the number 1 team in the league the whole season. We lost 2 games. We were so good. And we were playing Balkan every 2-3 games. We would have 2-3 games on the weekend or something like that. And we would go to cold Serbia, all these Balkan countries that were random, as the most random countries. And we were playing in freezing cold gyms with one of the gyms had a rocket behind our bench. Literally the back of a rocket blasting fire, and we were warming our hands like this next to the rocket to try and get some heat in the gym. And I'm like, yo, I'm glad I'm playing in Israel. This is crazy. And then the guys, a few of the guys that we played in the Balkan had this conversation after the game, like, yo, how's Israel? I got an offer from there. Maybe I'll go there next year. I said, bro, when you come play us, because they will come play us in Israel, you'll see. And it was the middle of December or something, and it's 70 outside, and they're on the beach in Iran, and they're like, this is amazing. I'm like, this ain't even the best city.
Yeah, for sure.
This is a normal.
So as we wrap up, what's your one advice that you would give to your younger self?
Younger self advice would be probably, I don't know, shoot higher. I think I worked for everything that was in front of me, but I should have been working for something way beyond. I felt like you should always shoot higher and dream bigger, because I'm like a chill, realistic person. I'm not gonna tell you I should be in the NBA right now, but I also should have been thinking like that in college. Like I should have been like, how can I push the boundaries? How can I get better and push to be on like a chance to play in the league or something? But I always thought like, all right, well, how can I start? That was my mindset. Start. And then I started. Okay, how can I be all conference? Okay, how do I win a championship or get to the NCAA tournament? Okay, I gotta win. I gotta bring these guys along. I gotta be a leader. How can I do this, that? You know, it was never like, dream bigger, dream harder. You know, it was never. I think that would be a good advice for a young me.
It's amazing. Well, we appreciate you. Thank you for coming on, man.
Bro,
this is amazing.
A pleasure is mine. Like I said, we hoop together. So, if you ever need me, bro, hit the line. You know I'm around. It's nothing but a pleasure to meet you, to talk with you, to sit down and meet my boy here, also from Chicago. And it's a small world, man.
Small world, very small.
People from all over the world, but it's like, it's a community, man.
It's a basketball community, man. Yeah.
It's amazing, man.
There you go. Baseline Podcast, Jonathan Mears here, Nitzan Aaron, our new co-host, and Clarke Rosenberg. Thank you, dude.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you for having me, man.